What's going on, guys? This is Firm77 coming at you with my first discussion video on this channel. Alright, so what we're going to be talking about today, just want to get it out of the way. Know it's been coming. It's one of the few ideas I've already gotten to put a video onto this page, and we're going to discuss the 2016 Stanley Cup champions, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Alright, just to get it started off with, one of the big things that we always talk about here, not everybody agrees with me on this one. Not everybody agreed with the league on the decision, was the Conn Smythe Trophy winner. And of course, they chose the captain, Sidney Crosby. Now, I know a lot of people are not agreeing with it. Crosby's one of my favorite players in the league, and even I don't fully agree with the choice for him to get the Conn Smythe. Now, trust me, he definitely did what he could to help his Penguins win the Stanley Cup, and he did deserve it for what he did. Now, he's definitely one of my top three options, but he was behind Phil Kessel and Matt Murray. Just to get that out of the way. Phil Kessel started in Boston, traded to Toronto. He was the Phil Kessel we have grown to know in Toronto. And then, good old GM JR goes out, trades for him. Kasperi Kapanen goes to Toronto. I was a little heartbroken about that. I felt good about Kapanen, but you know what? Let him do his thing in Toronto with Austin Matthews, and maybe they'll be a scoring duo sooner than later. But you know what? We got Phil Kessel, and we definitely won the trade because Phil Kessel, I can't name his points for the year off by heart. I know he was one of the top point getters of the Penguins this season. One of the three parts of the HBK line, our most dominant line in the playoffs. Can't really talk more about Kessel, about what he did and all that he did. He's definitely my number one choice for the Conn Smythe in the 2016 Stanley Cup playoffs. I mean, the plays he made, the goals he scored, the fashion that he did, for the past few years we couldn't get past the Rangers, and I believe in those games Kessel demolished Lundqvist multiple times. But that's just one of the things, we don't decide, the players don't decide, it's the league who decides, and the league saw that what Crosby did the entirety of the year, he deserved it. He did it in the playoffs. He made some unreal plays, scored some unreal goals. My hat's off to my captain. He definitely did what he did, and I'll always respect him. I just think that the Conn Smythe could have been awarded a little more respectively. Matt Murray, a lot of people were thinking Matt Murray's going to get the Conn Smythe, and I do agree to it to a point, only because in his rookie year, he came out of nowhere. We knew we had him in the baby Penguins. He was starting to build up some character, and, I think last year he played a few games. And then this year, he definitely came up and played some more games, and people were starting to notice, this could be one of the future goaltenders for the Pens. And then, for most of the part, it was Zatkoff backing up Fleury all year. But then Murray came up when Fleury got hurt. I think it was a concussion later on in the year after taking a slap shot straight to the mask from Ovechkin. I mean, hell, you would all have a concussion after that. We can't even lie about it. But you know what? He came up, he played the part, he filled the role really well. Zatkoff played that first game against New York very well, if I may add. But I think, Sullivan realized later down the line, we're going to go with Murray. And I think it was the smart decision to make. Matt Murray did an amazing, amazing job this postseason. Showed up against some of the league's greatest. Alex Ovechkin. Jesus. Just keeping the Rangers out, taking the top-seeded Washington in the entire league and just shoving them back into their hole, showing Tampa and San Jose that he's a force to be reckoned with. And now the league should know that Matt Murray is going to be a force to be reckoned with, well, once he comes back from injury anyway. But, our combination of Fleury and Murray is going to be a really good thing this year. Let's just get to the trade deadline, and then we'll talk more about that after that happens. Let me see what else is around. Just talking more about Crosby. This season, the Penguins themselves really didn't start off really hot. Everybody was pretty evident of that. Beginning of the season, I wouldn't have even said that the Penguins were going to win the Stanley Cup. I didn't even think they were a contender to win the Stanley Cup after seeing the beginning half of the season. Again, GM JR steps in. Mike Johnson, you got to go, bud. I never really agreed with Johnson. Last year was shit. Straight out shit. Not saying it was his fault. The team needed a little bit of a rebuild. And then just GM JR made the right move, bringing in Coach Mike Sullivan. And I immediately saw the difference in the team's ethic of how they played, of how they pushed themselves. And I agree with what he's going to do, and I agree with the way he makes the team play. He holds each and every single player accountable for their role on that team. If they don't play, he's not going to... If they don't play to the way he wants them to play, they're not going to play. He's going to hold Crosby accountable for not scoring that goal. He's going to hold Gino for not setting up that play to make a goal. He's going to hold Fleury accountable for not making that save when he needs to. He's made this team a better team in that little time that he did, and look what happened. Stanley Cup champions. Just like that. And yes, everybody is talking about how it's the same situation with 2009. You know, first half of the season is shit. Halfway through, coach changed. Michel Therrien's gone. Dan Bylsma's brought in. And look what happens. New style of play. Nobody's expecting it. Bang. Stanley Cup champions. This year, new coach, new style of play. Bang. Stanley Cup champions. What else? The young guns. One of the more impressive parts about this season. We got Kuhnhackl. We got Brian Rust. We got Scott Wilson. Who else? We got Connor Sheary. All these baby Penguins that came up with Coach Sullivan. He believed in them, and they came up and they made a hell of a difference this playoff season. I mean, I think each of them had at least 4 goals. You know, Connor Sheary had that unimaginable goal in overtime, set up by Sid, just on the fly. I mean, and he also scored on Lundqvist, I think, 3 times. You know, Brian Rust being the clutch game winner in the Game 7 against Tampa. Kuhnhackl contributing his part. You know, he's laying the body. He's making plays happen. You know, they all just came out of nowhere, and they're helping the Penguins win the Stanley Cup. And I just think that's one of the better ways of how they were to accomplish the greatest goal in all sports this season. The last thing I'm going to talk about for this video, I'm not going to keep you guys that long, is the possibility of a 2017 repeat. I feel the Penguins can do it. They have the same exact team for the most part. We only lost Bo Bennett and Ben Lovejoy in the offseason. I mean, Bo Bennett's made of glass anyway, so I'm not really losing much there. And Ben Lovejoy, we lose him on defense. He played a hell of a job in the Cup run, but I think we'll be okay without him with Daly coming back from injury. Now, a lot of the other teams in the NHL have definitely changed their ways and changed their rosters, and it's going to be a fun competition to watch this entire season, especially to see what Mike Sullivan does as the head coach for an entire full season. I'm interested. The fans are interested. We're definitely going to see how things play out once the trade deadline comes closer, because we know there's rumors going around, and I'm just not going to get into that right now. But I do appreciate you guys sticking around with me watching my first discussion video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you agree, disagree. I take criticism very well. It's just something I do. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We're going to see what we can mess around with topics coming around in the next near future with some near videos. I should have a GoPro video coming up for you guys pretty soon, the next day or 2. New pad should be here within a few days. I'm doing an unboxing of that, review of that. And we're going to our Deck Hockey League on Monday, so hopefully I have a video for you guys then. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.